Alright, this is Wolfgang from Vienna. Today I'm making a video which is an entry into Lock Junkie's 300 subscriber giveaway, and I'm going to give some shoutouts to my most influential lockpicking YouTubers. So let's go and do that. But first, congratulate Lock Junkie on going past 300 subscribers on YouTube, now closer to 400 the last time I checked. His channel is about picking challenge locks, high security locks. He's a long-time member in the LPU community from what I checked, so the Lockpickers United community. He also does tool reviews. His channel I find very entertaining. His style is definitely one of the funniest out there. So Lock Junkie asked other YouTubers to make a shout out video and shout out to their favorite lockpicking YouTuber. I always wanted to make a video like this, but the problem is that my list is a little bit longer than usual, so this video took me a little bit longer to make because I had to think about who I'm going to shout out to. I decided that I couldn't just shout out to one person, so I decided to make a bigger list. So let's take a look at that list. So let's start with the shout outs. As you can see, I divided a group of people who influenced me into two groups. The first group are the people who got me into Locksport, and the second row will be the people who keep me going. So let's start with the shoutouts to those who dragged me into the crazy hobby of Locksport. And the first man, of course, is Sandman, who has a great YouTube channel with pretty high quality review videos. He also has some videos on the side regarding Locksport and the Lockpickers United belt ranking system. I really enjoyed watching those videos while I was hanging out. And the thing is, before I started picking locks, I watched one of his videos on the belt ranking system and how it starts out and how it ends with the black belt. And it got me interested, so I looked up the Lockpickers United YouTube channel just to see what the whole thing is about. And I really liked what I saw. I liked the ranking of the locks, the system behind ranking these security devices, basically, because a lock is a security device, of course. And definitely the security aspects that got me into picking locks and going into belt ranking locks. The second person was the helpful lockpicker, whose videos I've been watching while I was trying to figure out how to pick my first lock. And his videos were very helpful, like really helpful, no pun intended. His videos on cutaway locks really helped me in figuring out how to position my pick, how much tension I should use, how high I should lift the pins, and things like that. And also the basics, how a lock functions, and how does one actually pick a lock? What's the shear line? How do you lift the pin and things like that? The third was definitely Bosnian Bill and Lockpicking Lawyer, so I started to watch their channels later on just to see what type of locks are out there. Bosnian Bill's video on the Roku series was very interesting. It's one of the most interesting videos that I've seen. And also some videos on tension control and how to improve in lockpicking. So those are probably the best videos in my opinion from Bosnian Bill. And from the Lockpicking Lawyer, definitely his videos on paracentric keyways and aluminum locks, and his videos on how to become better at lockpicking by picking aluminum locks in a time frame. Yeah, the guy's definitely very talented at picking locks, and it's worth listening to his suggestions. Now, the people who keep me going. So, as you may know, lockpicking is not an easy hobby to practice. Sometimes you just can't get past some locks. So what do? You reach out to other people and ask them how are they doing, and ask whether they picked the lock that you're working on, and you also ask whether they could help you in some way. So Loose Shirt um, is my first YouTuber who actually reached out and asked if I wanted to level up onto Blue Belt and whether I have a challenge lock. And in fact, I was already working on one, so I sent it out to him, and he picked it. He made a YouTube video on it, and I got my Blue Belt thanks to him. So we kind of became buddies online on Discord, and what you need to know about Loose Shirt, he makes videos on picking challenge locks. He loves to help blue belt lockpickers or people who are transitioning from green belt to blue belt. And he also likes to connect people to other people, which means if you run into any issues while picking locks, or if you're looking for a lock or looking for a tool, he can definitely find the people for you to communicate with and solve your needs. Let's just put it that way. This is how I also got to know W30Y Ray or W30Y Ray, who also invited me to his live streams, and we've been live streaming for a couple of months maybe together. He likes to explain stuff very well, and he's a very hands-on guy. If you ask a question, he grabs something from his desk or something from his drawer and starts to explain it. So I really like that style of hands-on approach from him. He also has very interesting guests on his live stream, so I can only recommend you guys watch his channel. And Loose Shirt actually approached me whether I wanted to talk about the locks that I was having trouble with, especially purple belt locks like barrel pins, medical chiseled pins, and gin spools and things like that. So since then we became friends with Ray, so it's a match made in heaven, of course. Now Lady Locks also reached out because she saw me running into issues with barrel pins, so she invited me to her live stream and explained to me how she picks barrel pins. Now the other thing is Lady Locks, she's been doing YouTube videos for a longer time than I do. I believe more than 2 years already. She has a very entertaining channel. She hosts live stream channels. Her content is mostly educative. She likes to bring some new information into her live streams again. He invites people who are experts in some field of lockpicking. That type of content is very much needed on the internet. So she's a bigger YouTuber in terms of lockpicking. My fourth mention will be Yagias, who helped me get into some of the high security locks and got a hold of a couple of high security locks for me on my behalf. He has great lock recommendations. He likes to understand what type of locks you will want to pick, and he actually can even assemble locks for you if you need any. So I can definitely recommend him. George Jim, I've been watching his channel since I started watching Boston and Bill and Lockpicker Lawyers channels back in December. Actually, last year. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So yeah, George Jim, he's one of the more talented lockpickers out there, so probably on par with Lockpicking Lawyer when it comes to skill levels, and he has many great videos on picking high security locks. He reviews tools and lines them up to high security locks and tests his tools on high security locks. This channel is very informative. his suggestions and tips and tricks on picking locks is just essential in my opinion. A great lockpicker YouTuber in my opinion. The Lockpickers United channel is something I also recommend watching if you're struggling with ranking up in your Lockpickers United belt ranking. There are some nice videos on the different types of locks that you can explore, or some tips and tricks on how to make challenge locks, how to work on gutting videos and picking videos, or what is required of you to rank up. That would be all from my side. I thank you very much for watching. This has been Wolfgang from Vienna. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to Lock Junkie's YouTube channel, please do so. I'll have his name mentioned in the description, hopefully, also in the title. So that will be all. I'll see you guys next time.